Welcome to APPy Hour. It's Monday, or Tuesday if you're in the future. And we are going to do something crazy today. We're going to do Loopy Pro 2.0. It has just dropped a few weeks ago and it is outrageous and crazy and powerful, and I don't know anything about it. I wasn't that interested before because it didn't have MIDI clips, but now it has MIDI clips. So I really want to get this thing going and make it work. So I'm going to quickly say hi to the folks who are in the front row. And I'm being tapped by the muse over here. We have to bribe the muse. Hey, Kubrick Lover's back. There you go, pumpkin. Look at this giant thing of treats. Right on. So I've got Jim Shannon living in a loop. Hi, I haven't seen you before. Hopefully I will be able to show you something, or you'll be able to show me something. Lori's Mishmash lurkin'. Allie's lurkin'. Gary Hubbs, thank you for dumping me from your premiere. I will comment on that later. I was frantically getting ready. So Thomas Christ, the Magical Mod, the Legend of Lynx is here as always. He's so awesome. Kubrick Lover 1972. I don't know if pressing the previous button will help, but if you haven't seen it, Prince Prodigal's in the house. This is a super cool app. You got, oh, the real Justine Kasprick. She's here. Yes, she is. Let's see. I think everyone else is in the... Everyone else, I believe, is in... Yeah, you guys, I see all of you out there, but you are in the lurking lounge. So just a couple of quick things. So quick. Just channel stuff, super chats, super stickers. You can do those things if you need to. But for reals, if you want to connect, just connect right over here at the link tree right above the cat's head. Point that camera and we are in business. Sweet. All right. Let's not waste any more time. It's 2:03. We have 57 minutes before Jade Star starts. So we're gonna get to work, my friends. Get to work. Boom. Smoosh. All right, I'm in the corner. I feel good about that. I'm having a bad face week. Right on. So, Loopy Pro. I think you all know what Loopy Pro is, but let's just quickly hop in. There's this really cool model where you buy it for good, and then you get all of the updates for a set amount of time. Ooh, it has an update right now. Let's let that update while we whoosh. So it has the updates that 13 hours ago. Support for mono-only audio units, improved clip recording performance, fixed rare hangs during layout on some projects, fix a memory leak in AUV3 plugins. Seems just like little crashes and bits, right? Thank you, Thomas. Follow Thomas's links. Anything Thomas says, pretty much just vibe with that. So what Loopy Pro is, it's not just a live looper or a sampler or a sequencer or a customizable DAW, but it's all of these things. DAW means digital audio workstation for all y'all. Sunshine, hello. So basically, it's customizable music creation environment. It blends looping, sampling, MIDI sequencing, and full plugin hosting. And you can make your own canvas. And this is what makes it really powerful. So we're going to build a performance environment today. We're going to do the first section of a midnight chill. So we can... Basically, you can take your projects, set them up as a set list, and the set list would be what Midnight Chill would be. If you've never been to Midnight Chill, just follow along. Is this they're working on a Mac version soon. PC and Android, eh? Hey, well, often, I get ideas. I get ideas from all kinds of creators that work in completely different. I get ideas from people who are working like Thomas does in Fruity Loops on a desktop. And I'm working at Loopy Pro or Logic or AUM. So all of this is just basically if you see something cool happening, you just query, how can I get that done in my own thing? It gives you something to ask on a Reddit forum. Right. Also, hello, Heathen Granny. All right. So you can try it free for 7 days. So you just download it. It's like Legos. You can add loops, one-shots, buttons, sliders, dials, XY pads, clip slicers, encoders, grids, and more. You can use your iPad or iPhone standalone. You can connect audio interfaces, MIDI controllers, external instruments. Basically, it's got all these really fancy there's detection, loop detection is really cool. There's play groups. We don't have to get into all of this, but now it sequences MIDI. So record and edit MIDI clips with built-in MIDI sequencer piano roll editor. And you can trigger your clips polyphonically because we're definitely using that. And you can automate the playback. Really insane. I say let's just open this sucker up and see what happens. Loopy Pro, here it comes. This is the last thing I was playing around with. I don't think this is working the way it's supposed to. Open up this. That's a terrible little thing. That was just me screwing around. Let's just get rid of all of this. New project. Let's discard all the changes. So when you open it up, you just get something like this, right? Just loops. So we can leave those loops for now. And we want to start with, let's make orange loops drums. So in order to import something, you swipe up. So swipe up, one finger swipe up. See how I'm doing? Swipe. So I've swiped that up, and now we're just going to open. Whoops. We're going to open. Let's get this guy in here. There we go. So right here, you can import and export, right? Yes, this is fake. This is non-alcoholic beer. It's very cool. So just document picker right here. So I want some kind of loop, some kind of drum loop. Let's go into my samples. And we'll find something. Let's get something from Mobile Music Pro. Let's try this pop drum loops. Okay, like 100 BPM drum loops full. Yeah, let's open that. Boom, look. So what you got Yeah, I don't drink alcohol either. But no judgment, folks. So see, original tempo, it's you import. So when you do that, very cool. So we got a drum beat. Now we could just set in let's do a second drum beat. So we've got 2 drum beats. Come on in. Let's pick one. Let's see if we can find one that's a slightly different. Nope, all of these are 100 beats per minute. But let's just grab a different one. We're going to be 100 beats per minute, but we could change it. Now we've got 2 drum loops. That's pretty cool. So already, if you've got this going, that's 2 sets of drum loops. Now this one's off. Now back to the first one. Hey, Mark's JS Station. Like, stop that. So those are full drum loops, so we don't need but then we could just add, if you want to add something, all you need to do is tap this edit button right here, the pencil. Pencils are always edit buttons. And we'll pick a one-shot. See, look, there's a little one-shot. Now you come in here and I just swiped up on the one-shot. Let's grab a one-shot. Is there anything in our... Nah, we don't want that. That's document picker. So let's back up. Here we got... let's grab an effect. Let's grab this effect and open it and import it. Listen. Nice, right? So, and then we could be so we're doing nothing. Then we'd go. Right? See, we've already got the beginning of a track. Right? Fun. Hey, Doug Kidda, what's up? Now, see, nothing's playing, but you can see it's still on. That means if I tap something, it'll go on. So let's come up here. Let's grab some bass. We're going to grab some bass. Moving up out of effects. Just trying to make this easy for y'all, right? Because this is not... But again, I'm adding some things. It's not just plain loops. I'm adding some other things too, so that you can start getting an idea. Let's get these pops. Let's find a bass loop. And now this is when we need to kind of pick our thing. Let's grab E. You can look at more. So you right click or long press and tap get info, and that says a C 100 BPM bass loop wet. Let's take a dry one and then we can let's try this one. get info. Let's find a dry one. There we go. A bass loop, dry bass loop. Nice. Woohoo! We've got that. Now we click, boom. So let's listen to it. So what happened here, why it sounds so creepy. Let's go back. Document picker. It thought it was 200. So it's not though. So let's divide it. There it is. It's 100. Now it's going to sound way better. Yep, it loops nice. So let's get that in there. Okay. And then we'll swipe up. Whoops. I'm not doing any recording yet. So we're swiping up. We're looking. Let's find another bass loop, So up here, there's your own media. This is your media that's inside the thing. I know, isn't that some chonky bass? But we're back to picking this up in here. Actually, let's do this other thing. Let's find the other way to do this. Boom, boom, boom. Now, let's split our screen if it works. Split view. And now files. Yes, look how it works. So now, let's go and files. Let's see. Let's see if we've got any more 100 BPM bass things. Let's look in here. We've got a bunch of MIDI recordings in here too, so that's pretty fun. Nah, I don't want to feel like looking through there. That seems... Okay, back to samples. As you can see, though, you can grab it from anywhere. Now... We were in these are little pop ones. Back to bass loops. We want a bass loop. Trying to figure out which. I think it's the E, yeah. Let's get a different one. Because there's only one set in here. I wonder what Riot is going to sound like. But it doesn't matter because see, what it does is see, look at, these are 60, 75. Can we find one that's in E? Well, that's kind of a pain. We need one that's in E. Oh, there it is. This one's gonna be crazy because it's gonna be from... Who will drag this in? Ooh-ah. So, there we go. Drag, 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 drag. There we go. It lights up the one that it's on. Holy hell. It just did that. Now look at this. Original tempo 160. That's nuts, right? So we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere, folks. Let's look for some. We're mix and matching. Let's find some synth melody loops. Yeah, here we go. Let's get some melody loops. We're just looking for E, though, because we're in E. Lead loop. We'll take this one. We'll take the wet one this time, because I was going to add some effects, which is why this is going to probably sound really weird, right? And then, oh, here, look, there's a whole nother, oh, here's an E guitar loop. Boom. All right. Now, just for fun, let's leave this, and it's moving, so first, now we'll hit this one shot again. Right, so I just added this one. See when we do this, that if we mess around with this, you can actually reverse this. Now we'll do it. Haha, see? See how freaking easy it is to just start setting something up? Now let's look for a new way to. All right, we'll go out of here for a second. Let's go into files. And let's try to find, let's go to our, I've got samples from Empirism. There we go, Emp. Which is G minor. J Dilla, eh? These are 120 and hey, it's Ed Zielinski. See how I'd have to go back to these are set in A minor. I don't want to mix up keys here. So we could just look. Let's just search E. And then underscore. Haha. Whoops, that's not an underscore. Hey, Ed Zielinski, did I say hi to you? I'm so spacey, like, this is so intense, right? Which I love. I really, really, really like this app. Yeah, there we go. Ritual bass. Ritual screech. Full mix. Bass hit. Melody shot. You can turn one shots into loops. Hey, Stephen Ewert. Say, I just wanted to add add a bunch of these to Loopy Pro. Let's use select. And let's just select a few of them. Bass hit, bass hit. Let's get this shot. Few of these melody shot bass loop. There we go. I like that. So now we share sheet. You can share sheet them to Loopy Pro. We'll go. That way you'll find them inside. Where are you, Loopy Pro? Hey, it won't let me. It's not listing Loopy Pro. That's pissing me off. Maybe it only works if you have one. We'll be done. Done. All right, let's try one. Woohoo! Select share. See, yeah, you're supposed to be able to do this, but apparently it wasn't working, but it could be. Let's head over here to our more, right? Let's try editing it and see if there's any more. It says we could take them to, well, isn't that a pain? Hey, Driven to Right, what's up? Well, that's silly then. We could, though. All right, let's be like slide over. There we go. So let's do a melody shot. This is a melody shot. Boop, we'll toss it in there. Let's see if we can. That's nice, see? But that's probably not what we want there. Here we go again. Well, I'm going to try to use this street. Woohoo! All right, now let's do some funky stuff with this, right? So what we're going to want to do is we're going to grab our little edit button. And maybe we want a MIDI clip. There we go. And let's grab an XY pad. So in order to do that, so now let's stop that. All right, now we're going to want to go over to the mixer because that's where we're going to see audio source has been muted to present the risk. You can auto mute. Sweet. See, you get all kinds of, close this tip. All right. So see how you've got these little things going? If you want to say have an effect on your basses, on these yellows, you just hop right in here and get an effect. Like say we want like bass, we could, or just put something really insane on there. You could put something that has its own stuff, or you could, yeah, it's like Launchpad and times other things too, yeah. All right, well, actually, let's use this. Let's use this low pass filter. And we'll just come back here. And then this low pass filter, let's turn this on. So see, here's my low pass filter now. So that's how we want it to be, right? So that's the regular spot we want it. So let's leave it there. Now you come to this. And whoops. Dang it. Swipe. You should be able to swipe up on it. How do you? Maybe we'll. Maybe we stop it first. Sweep, swipe, swipe. How do you hit? I forgot how to make this thing work. Maybe this? No, mixer. We want our I want to configure my XY pad. Double click. Nope, that's not it. Come on, I've done this before. Turn that off for a second. I hate when I assign something and I can't. Oop, edit mode, then tap on it. Boop, there we go. Customize. Thank you. X value change, Y value change, press, release, press, release, press, release. It looks fine. It's set. We'll unset it. Now it should do something to this. Hey, Jade Star's here. But it isn't changing it. So let's make sure we've got this in the right spot. Ooh, I get it. I know what I did. Edit. Edit in these bases. There we go. Haha, I didn't attach it. What a dipstick. All right, now. we go. Now we'll use this bass because it's on all of them. Yeah, you can't see Launchpad do that. Jenny Jolliver! Dang. All right, I think what we want to do now is do some MIDI. So we've got a MIDI color right here, but let's throw in some add MIDI. We're going to add MIDI so you can create a MIDI clip. Let's create a MIDI clip. Right here, your destination. See? MIDI clip. Make sure then you've got everything routed to it. First you got to route something to it. So we got to throw in a add audio. Oh, you can add interrupt audios. That's really cool. So let's add an instrument. We're going to throw in, I like to let's grab BA1. Grab a MIDI source for BA1. So you can add anything. But I'm just going to add the virtual keyboard. There we go. So now if you just turn on the keyboard, right, now we go back in here, make sure that your MIDI clip is a destination. So destinations, so you adding a destination from BA1 to purple. Now you've got this purple audio clip and it should work. Yeah, it's got legacy support. That's pretty freaking rad. So I think now, let's get this, whoops, not that. Get my on-screen keyboard. Now this should open. If I tap that, there we go. There we go. And now it's just playing, right? Because it doesn't have a destination. So you could totally set a whole different destination for this puppy. Let's turn that off for now. And we notice how you see everything here on the bottom. How cool is that, right? Tremor Bear, what's up? Right on. And then I've got another clip down here, and we'll do that afterwards. So, because that's a one-shot clip. This is this kind of clip. Okay, back to our mixer. Boom. Now, see? There's no destination. You want a destination? Let's grab one. What the hell? This is so freaking cool. Let's find an instrument. Something that'll give frames is pretty cool. Let's grab King of FM. Now. Nice. sounded awfully wonky to me, so I wonder if we could edit and quantize it, maybe. Here we go. Playback settings, pitch speed. I forget how to quantize it. Probably up here somewhere. So see now, maybe I don't like this note. I could edit. Whoops, that's not it. There we go. Edit. Now I could tap that. Do do do. It's so complicated. Oh, it's this one, doy. Ha 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 ha. As always. So then we go in here, and there's our quantization. Basic quantization. Let's grab eighths. Nice. Now, create new groove. How cool is that? Anyway, it's back to playing it. That sounds way better. Wicked, right? And there's so much more you could be doing there. So much more right there. But then say, all right, get rid of all this. We're going to go back to the mixer. We come in here and just say, like, that sounds really like kind of boring by itself. So let's throw on an effect. Just a little reverb, maybe. You could add some straight up reverb, or you could just add some crazy shit. Like, whatever. See, look at, you have everything. Like, oh, I know what. Let's use Rob Jackson's Pendule. Dying. And so let's solo that. Woohoo! So this is clip 13. This is a MIDI clip. We can like record into this by going in here. Where's our MIDI clip? See if we can grab that. Hey, Stone Studio Ron. Dialect would pair nice in here. Absolutely. I mean, honestly, this is insane. Like, I'm literally just barely scratching the surface of this. Let's find... Where's that input? Where's that clip? Is this the clip? Do. Let's use the on-screen keyboard. Maybe just tap meow, meow, meow. Oh, it's just nuts. Need the keyboard. That's terrible. So if you hate something, you swipe down and clear. Ha! At least we know it's recording. So let's just do an E major chord. Let's see. So it keeps going until it detects no more tail. So now you got a second little one shot going there. All right, so then again, we could go back in now. Now that we've got this little thing, you could actually change this. Let's go into BA1 and change the sound. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. All right, now this is just, and obviously we're getting really close to the end time because this is, like I said, a very intense app. Lots of exciting things to do, but here we go. We're doing them. boom. Oh, one more thing. I want to show you like a one shot to play like a synth. There we go. Let's add another one shot. Let's add a synth one shot. Here it is. Now let's move this one. Let's move it over here. You can actually take it and let's place it out. So this is clip 13. This is something we're gonna work on. So pop that down. Now whoops. You can either record something into it, but we're just gonna grab something. Let's just grab a sound. I'm gonna grab one of these. Oh, let's see. Whoops. Samples. And I'm going to find Trumpets from Mars. I'm going to grab a C, one that's a C, like a death ray trumpet. Let's open that. Let's see what it sounds like. Yeah. That sounds freaking wicked. So importing that. And now, coming back to this. Boom, here's our mixer again. And let's open it up high. And where's our little clip? We send... Oh no, I think that's not what we do. There's so much. I forget how you set up a keyboard to it. Do 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 do. We know probably in the mixer. Do 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 do. What color? Sends, destinations, effects. Oh. It might be in that. There we go. Maybe. MIDI assign. Rawr. I hate when I forget something. I did a lot of stuff here. Ugh. Why did I forget this? Okay. MIDI out. Oh, destination. There we go. Destination. Pink. Clip. Play audio clip. There we go. Now tap it. There you go. Smoosh. Now you'll see. That when I open up. Woo! So basically this is your setup. But right quick before we go to Jade's, I'm just going to run through it. Let's go. Let's... played. I played a little song. And that is what we do. All right, let's say bye to you with my face real quick. Shoot. There it is. Whoop, there it is. All right, next up, we've got Jade Starr doing Testera. Is that what it's called? The exciting new synth by Chemo K, which I will be looking at with excitement and thrills. And then tomorrow, I'm going to be back. I'm going to be showing you how to make a motion background for yourself while you're doing a performance, like say on live on Gmail. And then Wednesday, of course, the normal thing. And then the Summer Fun Fest Eve on Friday. Sweet. Wow, that was fun. I am so excited. So then, I guess that's everything. Except for me to tell you, biggest of love and all the peace that you can carry, baby. This is music. Do your thing. See you at Jade's. Yay, I did a good job.